Guys, listen up. Obviously, this is the big one. Win, and we're in. Simple as that. I just want you guys to focus on making sure every play is the right play. Don't try to do too much, and we'll be fine. You know your role, do your job, execute. Play within yourselves, play as a team.
Yeah.
All right, bring it in.
That's what we play for, fellas.
Win on 3. 1, 2, 3. Win!
Break the leg, Jay. I'll be here.
You.
Let's meet the visiting team, the Chicago Bulls. And now, introducing your Los Angeles Clippers.
Welcome, everyone, to the NBA on 2K Sports. Joined by Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge. This is Kevin Harlan. DA, it's all yours.
More than 40 years ago, the Oscar Robertson rule ushered in the new era of free agency in the NBA. In the last decade, players...
It is indeed, DA. Thank you. And now a chance to take a look at some numbers for Harrell.
And you can see the surge in his level of confidence lately just by looking at that true shooting percentage. It's been moving straight up in the past 5 games. I think he's feeling it.
Let's check out Chicago's starting lineup. Markkanen and Carter are up front. Levine at the 2 with Porter at the 3. And it's B in at the point guard. And for the Clippers, Shamet and George at the 2 and the 3. And they're down low at 4 with Harrell in the middle. And it's Williams at the guard position. Ralph Smitty, we're coming down the stretch here. Talk about the mental toughness needed to finish a season strong.
You know, I think you got to have that. Everybody talk about the game physically, guys making shots. And we all know there's some teams and players, they all do that well. But who's the tough team that can get through the tough times? That's when you see the teams that can get over the hump and you start to say, I like that team.
And the layup's good off the glass.
Despite having a small frame, this is a big part of Lou Williams' game. Taking it up strong inside.
And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
Just a great hustle play there. Energy and passion. This is what you play the game for.
Bulls shooting their first free throw attempt on the night. Here's Los Angeles now. Leonard inside. Markkanen on him. Leonard, no luck. And here we go. The Bulls fast break. Passes it to B. And here's Levine. Pass to Carter. Shoots over Shamet. And Carter with the basket on the assist by Levine.
Beautiful find by Levine there. Takes his time to survey the floor.
Pass to Shamet. Now here's Williams. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Utah Jazz. And it's Shamet missing.
He liked to have that one back. That's easy money.
And he can't bank that one in. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Outside Leonard. That shot off the mark. And it's Chicago the other way. Their last encounter was in Chicago.
Yeah, in this game, they'll want to approach things a little differently, I think. Got blown out last time due to being a little too aggressive on the defensive side.
A really embarrassing loss indeed, and one that they will hopefully learn from. Got to keep your hands to yourself sometimes, or it could cost you the game.
So it's Chicago now. Kawhi Leonard making his last shot. And stolen by Harrell. And here they come. Here's Shamet. Lays it in off the breakaway.
And that's up-tempo basketball at its best. So much easier to operate in the open court when a steal triggers the break.
First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. A great opportunity for a three-point play. You know, Smitty, you watch Market. He's just built for the modern NBA.
Yes, he's an incredible weapon on the pick and pop with his shooting touch. You could see that being his go-to move, Kevin, for a long time.
Now here's Williams. Some stats for him. He averages over 21 points a game. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on B. That's his first foul. Outside, George. Outside, Leonard. A three ball. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen. And a chance now to see how teams are faring across the league. Here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. You look at the Clippers. They're still dominant, sitting at number 1 once again.
And you know, right now for the Bulls, they've been consistent in their approach, and they found consistency in these rankings. Just a real solid club that puts a good product out on the floor.
Now here's Williams. After the miss from B. Here's Harrell. And Harrell slams it in.
Incredible activity from Montrezl Harrell. So many of his points is off the offensive glass.
Here's B. Markkanen dishes to Carter. Over to the left wing. Here's B. And the shot is long.
It's been a rough quarter for him. Can't seem to find any kind of rhythm.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on B. That's foul number 2 for him.
He was too aggressive. That's already his second foul. We haven't even gotten out of the first quarter.
Zubac is checked in for Landry Shamet. And a change for the Bulls. Young's checked in. And that one, good.
Good interior defense. But Lou Williams not to be intimidated, not to be denied.
Pulls it from the elbow. And again, Chicago, no good.
And for his offense, this has just been a brutal period.
George passes to Williams. Zubac kicks to Leonard. Outside, George. Shot clock at 5. Leonard with no one around. Another one falls for the Clippers.
If you can't get Leonard a look inside, this is the next best thing. Terrific touch from mid-range.
Here's B. Rebound by Williams.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Offline with his 3. And so it's Porter bringing it up now for the Chicago Bulls. Trailing by 4. Their last game a win against the Lakers, looking to carry it into this one.
And sometimes it's a lot harder to get easy looks on the road, but they found ways to get their guys good looks.
You know what it is? That's good advanced scouting. They knew what they were in for, and they were ready.
And the first time out of the game called for Chicago.
Well, for so much of what Paul George brings.
And here is Los Angeles now. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter.
Great rhythm on the catch and shoot. Kawhi showing us what's good.
Chicago's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. You look at George with all he does, Greg, you sometimes forget how good his perimeter defense is.
Well, I mean, his teammates and coaches won't ever forget about the impact he has on that end. Even when George isn't scoring or the shot isn't falling, he is still a monster on the floor just with his defense alone.
So for Chicago right now, Levine at the 2 with Porter at the 3. Markkanen and Carter are up front, and it's B in at the 1 spot. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, B in that last game against the Lakers was driven. He finished with 52 points, and as usual, he spent a fair amount of time at the foul line. His numbers were off the charts. He was unguardable, and he knew it, and he took advantage of it. Kevin, back to you.
Excellent, David. Thank you. Greg, how impressive was it watching him completely take over?
Unstoppable. They won that game because of his effort and just his overall relentlessness.
And that's what every player has control of, his level of activity. It allows you to impact the game even if the shot isn't falling.
And so here is Chicago following the score by Lou Williams.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
And there's the bucket from Magruder.
And loving the strategy. Even though you're well ahead, you want to stay in attack mode.
You want to stay aggressive, right at the rim, driving another nail into the coffin. Terrific play. This is why you run your offense through him and live with the results.
B, he's covered by Leonard. Porter, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
One thing about Otto Porter, he does a good job of playing to his strengths at the offensive end.
The Bulls have hit all 4 of their chances so far in this one. No good on that one.
Well, the former Georgetown Hoya, Otto Porter, was on the move last season. Traded at the deadline to Chicago, who are in need of a player like Porter who can shoot from outside.
Landry Shamet's checked in for Los Angeles. Now, here's Shamet. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Harrell kicks to Shamet. The pass to Leonard. Just 5 to shoot. From deep. They get it again. And it's Harrell missing.
I mean, you won't see this too often. Getting denied at the rim. He's likely to remember that one.
Los Angeles leading by 20. Smitty, as you mentioned, the need for shooters was something that brought Porter here.
And Porter has been a consistently good shooter, something he's worked on over his career, Kevin. He's young and appears to be a perfect fit for what this team wants to do in the future.
And so here is Chicago following the score by Lou Williams. That one good for 2.
And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have the reverse in their arsenal.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on B. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Zubac is checked in for Patterson. And Chicago also making a switch. Murray's checked in for Otto Porter Jr. Now, here's Shamet. Back to Harrell. Shot clock at 6. Williams outside. Here's Leonard. The 3rd shot of the possession finally falls for him. Leonard's got 8 points.
With hands wider than the dimensions of the basketball, Kawhi able to control it with ease.
Passes it to B. The tray. Nailed from 3-point land. B's got 9 points now in the quarter.
In this period, they're feeding him, and he's feeling it.
Out to the right wing. 1:14 left in the first half. Clippers moving the ball around. Williams for 3. That shot's off. He's made half and missed half of his 8 shots. Here's B. And that one goes out of bounds. It's touched by Zubac. Both teams will make substitutions. Pass to Marjanovic. B, he's guarded by Williams. And again, no good by Chicago.
What I like, he hasn't stopped competing despite the off night.
Pass to Kabengele. Pulls up. And it's Chicago with the rebound.
It's a shot you would think he would make, but he just doesn't make it all the time.
B. To the wing on the left. White the pass to B. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
And working, Kevin, themselves to the line here in the second. A nice way to get your offense going.
Chicago shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight. And he sinks the second.
And he's been much more aggressive here in the second quarter. He's getting to the line a lot more than he did in the first.
And here's George. 11 points for him in that last game against Utah. Outside, Williams shoots the three. A three-pointer is right on target. Williams has got 7 now in this quarter.
Quick feet, quick release. Hard to check Lou Williams from beyond the arc.
Paul George, he's been the guy making things happen for the LA Clippers. He ends up dropping in 2 from distance. Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following. And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. You look at Paul George in this game, guys. He's been everywhere.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
And it's not like everything's been at the rim. There's been a number of jump shots along the way.
Williams and Shamet are the guard set. The 2 stars, George and Leonard, fill up the forward slots. And it's Harrell in at the 5. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Here's Williams, and denied. He sends it right off the glass. And it's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. And here is Los Angeles now. Earlier in the game, they held a 25-point lead. Well, this term load management now is something you hear about, read about all the time, Steve. You think we'll ever see the regular season shortened by a few games?
You know, Commissioner Silver has talked about it, and it's been thrown around 75 games. I will say the NBA has done a fantastic job, along with the Players Association. There's longer off seasons. And there are also longer time throughout the All-Star games, and it's not as many back-to-backs.
Here's B, and there's the feed to Markkanen, and he converts the layup. Markkanen's got 7 points in the game.
That's just a power move by Markkanen, the 7-footer playing big.
Leonard against Markkanen. Leonard kicks to Shamet. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Leonard's got 3 assists now in this one.
That's 3 of 4 here to start the half.
Porter passes to Levine. Puts up a 3, and he sinks it from deep. 3-pointer good from B. B's got 19 points.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Hey, players love competition, and the fans love it as well.
And the Clippers call time here.
Well, it's a players' league, but certainly coaching has its place.
Yeah, if that weren't the case, it changes in the offseason.
And the Clippers making a change here. Magruder's checked in. Leonard draws the double. There's the pass to Magruder. Wants to get it to Shamet, and does. Chalk up 2 there. Shamet's got 5 points now this quarter.
And even if you risk a foul, the D has to play him tougher when he gets it that deep.
And if you don't, they keep finding the matchup every time up the floor.
Passes it to B. The 3. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Harrell's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Outside, George. Pass to Shamet. Harrell against Carter. Harrell kicks to Shamet. 4 on the shot clock. From deep. Markkanen pulls it in. And so Markkanen will bring it up for Chicago. Levine can't hit. Right side, George. And George with the stuff.
It's amazing everything Leonard gives you, including the eyes to find the open man. A 2-time Defensive Player of the Year, Kawhi Leonard last season averaged 27 points a game. That's what you call a two-way player.
And the shot goes in.
Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
Los Angeles leading by 22. Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. George looking over the floor, and George with the stuff.
And guys, when George gets cooking, you are in for a long night. He's just fantastic at finding different ways to score.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. And Los Angeles guys shooting it very well tonight, around 57%. And a career high in scoring last season for the great Kawhi Leonard.
Kevin, he maintained his elite efficiency. Kawhi Leonard's growth as a scorer has been remarkable over the course of his career.
A moment now to reset the lineups, brought to us by Gatorade, all fueled up here for the fourth quarter. So the Bulls 5 right now. We've got White. He's out there with B. Murray out there with Young. And it's Hutchinson in at the power forwards position.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
The Bulls shooting has been wayward so far. Only 37% from the floor. They get a hand on it. Young passes to B. Launches a three. Buries the long-range jumper. B's got 22 points.
And now he's starting to get it going. 4 3-pointers in the game for him, and 3 have come in this half.
Short. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's on Thaddeus Young.
They're doing a better job of working themselves to the line here in the second half.
And Los Angeles with some changes. Harrell, he's checked in for Patterson. And Landry Shamet subbed in for Rodney Magruder. Chicago also making some changes. Wendell Carter, he's checked in for Chandler Hutchison. Otto Porter Jr. comes in for Murray. And Levine subbed in for White. Smitty, you've seen this before, separating teams that can make the deep playoff run, those that can't get bounced out early. What have you found is the difference between those two?
Well, a lot of times, Kevin, it comes down to those teams have more talent that can make those deep playoff runs. Also, they can make adjustments. And then I think also they're a team that has better chemistry, and they can win defensively and not just have to rely on their offense.
Shamet finds Harrell. That shot, no good. Excellent D there from B. Bulls trail by 20. Down low. And it's slammed in by Young.
Despite the shot-first mentality, Levine understands he also needs to facilitate for this offense to run well.
Pass to Zubac. And Young comes over to help. There's Shamet. Misses the three.
This is the shot they wanted to get. Right guy, right spot, wrong result.
And that's a special play coming from the one spot.
You know, his passing can take a backseat for that dunk. Wow.
It just shows you the versatility. This guy can do a lot of different things for you. Woo-wee.
To the middle. Here's Williams. Great D that time from B.
Unusual for him, just a lack of concentration. Fails to finish the play.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Harrell. Stolen by Zubac. For three. It balls through, making him 6 for 11 in the game.
After a lackluster first half, he's taken charge offensively. We'll see how the defense responds.
B, shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Yeah, easy call.
Steve, it seems like criticism of NBA officials is reaching a very interesting level. We see players, coaches, and now even executives confronting these officials over their calls.
You know, I know we love the word transparency, but I think also for these referees, because of technology as well, we're seeing these players from so many different angles. And we all we want to talk about if we're coaches and executives and players are the plays they miss. And I think that's what we're, putting too much energy in.
Here's Harrell. The shot's good on the assist by George. George has got 3 assists tonight.
Credit Harrell. He uses his body to protect the ball when going up in tight quarters.
Here's B. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's going to be on Montrezl Harrell. Smitty, the NBA now permitting teams to sell international sponsorships. I mean, the league just continues to grow globally.
They have done a fantastic job. Teams can now enhance their visibility with this deal, and their internet makes this all possible when you get a chance to watch these teams all over the world.
That's a good point. Los Angeles making a switch here. Leonard's checked in. Lets it go from 11. Chicago grabs the miss. Young's got 5 rebounds tonight. Kick out to Levine. B, defended by George. B, the pass to Levine. 6 on the shot clock. Here's B. They grab their own miss. Second chance shot. He gets that one. B's got 18 points now here in the second half.
Taking things into his own hands this quarter, trying to keep his team afloat.
Leonard against Young. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
I mean, those huge hands of Kawhi Leonard give him great control of the ball. Very sparing with his turnovers.
The first one falls. And for Kawhi, he never seems like he's forcing the issue offensively.
I mean, he has studied the post games of Michael Jordan. Being able to score at all 3 levels has made the game easy. With his strength and his turnaround jumper, he can get his shot off with ease.
Lauri Markkanen's checked in for Thaddeus Young. B, he's guarded by Williams. Here's B, and the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And the first one at the line is good. Both good from the line that time.
We've seen him put a lot of pressure on the defense and then cash in at the line.
Shamet with it. Here's Leonard. Lays it up off the glass. And the Clippers lead by 18.
Love the aggressiveness. Kawhi very active, very focused on the job at hand.
B, the pass to Markkanen. 1:58 left to play in the final quarter. 6 to shoot. Markkanen, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
For a stretch 4 who spends a lot of time on the and does a good job attacking the offensive glass.
Williams kicks to Harrell. And there's the pass to Shamet. Right side George. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. George has got 6 here in this quarter.
Well, credit them for maintaining that aggression, even being up this much.
They don't want to leave no chance for a comeback. Just focus on playing the right way.
Chance now to right. So the Clippers winning this one easily. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you